Hey Saggies, welcome to your July readings. Let's choose a significator card for you. You have two. I think you are the very first sign to receive two from this pack. Okay, we're going to draw a talisman in a moment as well. You have find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Okay, pretty clear advice. Flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. This has got a really interesting and rather lovely energy about it, my lovely Saggies. It's almost as though the universe is going to support you, show you any areas within your world that need to be brought back into balance and support you to be able to achieve this. Let's find out more. What is your talisman? We have passion. Now this is an interesting card. Look at the stag. This is leadership. I wonder if you are being called to step up and follow your passions. And maybe there is something that you are passionately working on. I'm also a Sag, and actually, interestingly enough, I am passionately working on my tarot course. It's in production, and thank you so much, all of you who've signed up to it. I'm blown away, and thank you for jumping on board while we're in development, or well, not development, but in production. It's developed already. It's in production, but it's. You could be swept along by something. I know I can be, and actually, it's very important to keep my life work balance in check. And I feel that's what this is actually saying to you, Saggies. It's like the energy here is making sure that you take plenty of time out to play, plenty of time out to lead a balanced life. And in doing so, then your projects, your work will flow. I must admit, I have found that myself. I've had odd days when I have really, really worked solidly to push through with something. And interestingly enough, there's been like loads of interruptions in perhaps the recording of a tutorial or something, or something's gone on. And actually afterwards, I sort of recognised maybe I should have just stepped away, chilled out, taken some time out to do something else, and then come back afresh the day after. Because when I have come back afresh the day after anyway, it's just flowed, and then I think, gosh, I spent all day trying to do this yesterday. What I should have done was just stop and then start afresh the next day. And I think there's a really loud and clear message here. So I don't know how that's affecting you in your worlds, but yeah, that's definitely, I'm hearing something of that for me. But let's ask, this is not my reading, although it might connect to some aspects of my world. Let me find out, Saggies, what is happening for you. Okay, I'm seeing this, and these. What is happening for my lovely Saggies? 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Look at you a little bit, not exactly cloak and dagger, but making decisions and choices. And particularly perhaps again about your work and your health. We have the card of Temperance. Bring things back into balance. Ooh, you've got the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the Emperor and the Hanged Man. Okay. Let's put these cards out for you and really dive into your reading, my lovely Saggies. Saggies, by the way, I will be doing extended readings today, as always. I always do with my monthlies. And the extendeds will be available on Patreon and also on the YouTube membership area. I'll put links below. But when we get towards the end of this reading, or as and when it emerges, I'll let you know what I'm going to be looking at in those extended, so you can sort of see if they're right for you. This is really pointing out balance again. Funnily enough, I think with Passion and the Emperor, because this is a card of leadership, we see the stag leadership. See, on the one hand, I do see you really stepping up. I see you with the Hanged Man, potentially overcoming challenges that you need to overcome. But I actually also feel with the Hanged Man and the Four of Swords that maybe it's almost as though, in terms of your pathway forwards, I think if you engage in periods of stillness, or you take time out, or even take a vacation with the Four of Wands, I think you're going to be shown signs and signals. It's like there'll be synchronicities that really, really guide you. But if you're really busy, you may miss them. You know, like when we're really in a goal-driven place, it's like, look at this person hooded. There's pentacles behind him, but he can't see. He's got a hooded cloak over him. It's like something is here. Look at this little archway of prosperity. But somehow, you know, I think if you're too focused, you may miss some signs and some signals and some synchronicities. There's something here about surrendering to the flow of the universe. I almost want to say, my lovely Saggies, let the universe guide you. Let the universe set the pace, okay? Rather than trying to steer your own ship. Even though we've got leadership with the Emperor and passion, I feel like you need to let the universe create the pace and be open. It might seem a contradiction, but it really isn't with this leadership energy. It's like let the universe create the pace and steer you. You've still got to sort of physically steer the ship. You've still got to take action, but it's like surrendering to what the universe shows you and what the universe opens up for you. And as you surrender to that, as you surrender to sort of openings and opportunities, because you're still enough to see the signs and the signals and the synchronicities, you can then sort of take action accordingly. This is absolutely actively working with the universe. This is working with Source. This is working with Spirit. This is completely trusting that you will be guided, that you will, whatever you are doing, creating, building, manifesting, whatever you need, it's going to come to you with the Two of Pentacles. The right resources, the right people, the right energy will come to you. But yeah, it's a bit like if you think of yourself as steering this phenomenal ship, and you're steering it across the seas, and you know that there is an island, that's your destination. You know there's a destination you want to get to, but you're navigating, you know, some tides. And it's kind of like, rather than trying to force, you know, your ship to go through tumultuous waters or to stay steering on a straight line, it's like allowing the universe to, or the currents to sort of take you in some slightly different directions, okay? And enjoy the journey, rather than I want to get from A to B and we'll full steam ahead and, you know, set sail, get the engines going. It's like, it is actually like the difference between if your ship has sails or it has an engine. And this would be like the universe is saying, you know, you could put the engine on and just go from A to B as fast as quickly as you can. Alternatively, you could actually put up the sails and let the winds steer you and the currents steer you, and you could seriously enjoy the journey along the way. And not only that, but as your boat is drifting, then we have this beautiful sail ship. And look at that, you know, I've only just spotted this. Look, with all its sails up, as your boat is being steered by the wind, you're being shown things that you need to know along the way, that are going to make your end goal more successful. It would be like pausing at a different island along the way and, you know, taking on board some goods that you're actually going to need when you get to the island that you're planning to get to. You'll suddenly find you have exactly the resources when you get there to invest in something further or to trade when you get there. It's that kind of a flavour. That's the kind of journey and the energy that's around you. This is really actively trusting that the universe will guide you. And even if it appears that your journey might be a little bit more of a windy road, or that it might take a little bit longer, along the way, by taking the windier route, when you get to the top of that mountain, that goal, you will see so clearly, and you will know so clearly what you need to be there, to stay there, to maintain it. So this is a real surrender to the pace that the universe sets for you, my beautiful Saggies. This could not be clearer. Now, my beautiful souls, let's think about what we might look at in the extended readings. You're very welcome to join me if you wish. I think in the extendeds, I'm actually going to try and get a lot more detail around how the universe might guide you. I'm curious about the Five of Pentacles because I feel there are choices available to you that could feel challenging. And I think it's worthy of understanding those. Knowledge is power. If you're aware of what's coming, you can begin to sort of see how you might, you're on the lookout for that. I also feel, there's definitely there's the potential for travel maybe, or exploration, and whether it's travel of the mind with the Four of Swords or physical travel. Somehow I feel you're meant to see some things. So I'm going to explore what those things are, where that journey might take you. And I'm going to ask for advice and guidance about finding balance, and also if there are any practical situations in your world where decisions will need to be made in order to bring about balance. I think that's what I'm going to look at, and really seek that guidance and that information so you can flourish, and so your goals can flourish, and your desires and your manifestations and whatever you're building can flourish, but it can flourish with you flourishing in the middle of it in a very balanced, chilled, harmonious way. Let's find out. Let's dive in and do some deep diving and find out a lot more for you, Saggies. I think this is what I'm going to do now. You're very welcome to join me in the extendeds. If you do join either of those membership platforms, you do get the readings for every single sign. So, you can look at your moon sign, your rising sign, you can cross-watch for other people. You get all the readings there. So if that appeals to you, do check that out. Otherwise, my beautiful Saggies, to be honest, the way in which you navigate this month, I think is really, really clear. You can both be the captain of your ship, but also actively working in complete trust that the universe is guiding you and showing you the way. So I kind of want to say relax and enjoy, as well as steer that ship, step up, but relax and enjoy at the same time. Perhaps take time out, because it might be in your travels that you actually discover and are shown things you really need to see. And these things are going to enhance your journey. Beautiful Saggies. I look forward to seeing some of you in the extendeds, and otherwise I hope to see you for some other readings here or on the main YouTube channel. And thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing and doing all the things that support the channel here. Tons of love, my beautiful Saggies.